Hey everybody, this is GamerCat09 and welcome to the New Year's Eve 2015 Q&A, where you sit here and look at me, answer your questions, and I drink wine out of a solo cup and wear makeup to go absolutely nowhere, because why the fuck not? I like to do Q&As every now and then because a lot of you new subscribers get the opportunity to ask me questions that a lot of other people have already kind of came and gone and asked so many questions over the years. So let's get right to it. I'm probably going to be jumping all over social media, going to try to navigate on my phone. So if I miss anybody's question, I apologize, but I'm going to try to answer everybody's as much as I possibly can. I have no idea how long this video is going to be. I might ramble because I'm drinking, but we'll be all right. Okay, so first I'm going to Twitter, and Nutluck asks, what is Cooper's favorite colored wrapping paper to chew on? Honestly, he doesn't have a preference. He will chew on any he can. He especially loves bows and strings, so we normally have to keep all of those away from him at all time. But when I'm done with the wrapping paper, he gets the cardboard funnel to play with, and he adores it. So now we're gonna go to YouTube, because I don't think I got anything on Instagram. And I'm just going to start from the top, and I'm just going to go down to the bottom. Jacob Salazar. Hi, Kat. I always love your Q&A, so I have two questions for you. One, are you thinking of playing any other Telltale games? Because I absolutely loved your Walking Dead Let's Play. I had a lot of requests to play Game of Thrones and Borderlands, and I don't watch Game of Thrones. I'm not very big into it. I tried, it didn't work for me. I don't really care for it. I'm probably one of like the itty bitty tiny few people of the world who really don't care for it. And Borderlands, I never really played too much of Borderlands, and I heard that if you at least don't know a little bit of the storyline going in, that it's going to be a little hard to follow. So I didn't want to get into those, games. However, they just announced recently that Telltale's going to be doing a Batman game, which I'm super interested in. So if that comes out relatively soon, I will definitely be interested to pick that up, along with the extra Walking Dead story scenario that they're going to be doing some point in the future. So definitely those two I'm most interested in. And two, is there a movie or series that you like that you want to see adapted into a Telltale game? I don't know, I would say like a horror kind of movie, but I don't really know what kind, and that's kind of what Until Dawn did. I don't know what kind of movie I would say would play out. I mean, their best bet is to go for anything mainstream, so if they did anything like Marvel besides Batman, if they did like the Avengers or whatever. Is the Avengers Marvel? I don't remember. But yeah, I guess anything related to that would be interesting. Ooh, what if they did a James Bond one? That'd be weird and cool and, okay, maybe just weird, but hey, it's a thought. Cade Blackbriar, Happy New Year. One, do you pay attention to any of the political stuff that's happening at the moment in America? I work for the newspaper, so I kinda do, but I'm not a very high political kind of person. I try to avoid all of that stuff as much as possible, but I am consciously aware of what's going on in the world, but I don't delve into it to the point where I would get aggressive and fight and argue and prove points. I'm not that kind of person. Two, do you like where Resident Evil has come to? Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 6, Resident Evil Revelations 2, etc., deviating from its horror roots like the early Resident Evils. I'm kind of on the fence about it, and I kind of felt that way about Revelations 2 as I was going on and playing it. I was like, oh, this really wasn't where I thought it was going to go and what I thought it was going to be, and I would prefer if they stuck to its original roots and just kind of upgraded it, kind of like what they did with Remake. If they kept something like that, or if they did something like Lost in Nightmares, which was the download content that came, or you could get separately with Resident Evil 5, that was really good. Resident Evil 5 was pretty decent. Resident Evil 6 was weird. I liked it, but not enough for me to play it again. I don't know, like, I kind of wish they would just go back to what they were originally doing and not try to make it into like a high action kind of Call of Duty looking game, and I think a lot of us would appreciate and enjoy it a lot more. 3, what do you think of the Bill Cosby allegations? Furthermore, what do you think of his arrest recently? I feel like that's something that we can't really turn around and say yay or nay to, because we don't really know all of the facts. We only know what's presented to us through the media. But what I've come to learn about court cases like this is they will flash whatever is like the most controversial on TV. So they'll say, like, you know, oh, he drugged and raped women, and, you know, then he'll say, oh, they just want me because of my celebrity status, they just want my money. How I feel about it, I really don't know. I can't speak for any of the girls. I don't want to say that it did or didn't happen, but I don't want to say that Bill Cosby is or isn't capable of doing it. I find it more fishy that these girls waited for 10 years to come forward before they're like, oh yeah, hey, by the way, I got raped years ago and like shit happened and he drugged me. I think that's a little weird to wait that long, and the fact that there were so many of them that just came forward all at the same time, I think that's fishy. But I don't really know how I feel about his arrest or how I feel about the case in general. That's just kind of my viewpoint on it. What's your middle name? I actually have a hyphened middle name, Elizabeth Marie. It's weird, I don't know why, but that's what I was born with. Why was The Evil Within so bad? Controls, for one, were not the greatest. It didn't have quick reaction times, and the way that the cutscenes melted into like the action scenes, it always caught you off guard because you weren't really sure what you were watching versus what you were playing. It wasn't obvious. It didn't make you want to jump the gun and do something. And then when you thought you were going to do something, you didn't. The scarcity of the ammo I didn't really appreciate. And it's not because of that as such, but just the bullshit enemies that they had in the game just made it so difficult to play. The fact that they would just throw 40, 50 enemies at you and they expect you to conserve your ammo, and then suddenly you have a boss right afterwards and they're like, okay, now you can use your ammo, but you have none left. So I just felt like it was really unfair and very cheap in some points. I feel like the story was interesting and it could have gone in a different direction than it did, but it just didn't meet that idea, that perfect level that I wanted it to meet so bad, just because it was from the creators of Resident Evil, and that's why I didn't really care for it. It's not that it's the most awful game ever and I hated it, I just won't probably ever play it again. What's your dream job? I don't really know, like, I thought my dream job was being a graphic designer, and now that I'm into it, I don't hate it, but it's not my dream job now that I'm doing it. I think I'd like to do YouTube for a living. I think that would be a really cool thing to do, but, you know, obviously there's a lot more to doing YouTube than just, like, snapping your fingers and going, hey world, I got a webcam, let's do this. 7, what do you hope to accomplish in 2016? Well, I have a couple things. One of them being, I want to get a new job because my job is stressing me out and doesn't pay enough for all the shit I go through. And I want to continue to take care of my health. I know I have a surgery coming up, and I'm hoping to not spend as much time as the doctors like I did all this year. I was just doctor. Just a lot of rough times, and the most stressful parts about it is I hate doctors, I hate hospitals, I hate everything like that, so my stress level goes up and my motivation level just sinks. So I'm hoping this coming year will be a lot better, and I won't have to feel like I have to hide and recuperate and take hiatuses. I would like to do a lot more, in a sense, for myself, for you guys, and, you know, for my life, my friends, my family, and the work. So that's pretty much it. Marie Claude says, hey Kat, love your videos. I've been watching since 2009 and it's been amazing to see how much you've grown. Thank you. Your Silent Hill Blind LPs are my favorite, so I have a few questions related to this. 1, firstly, out of the Silent Hill games you've Let's Played so far, which is your favorite? I know that's a difficult question because they're all great for their own reasons. My personal favorite game is Silent Hill 3, but I really enjoyed your Let's Play of Silent Hill 4 The Room the most, just to see your reaction to some of the crazy things it has. My favorite Silent Hill game would have to be... I would say a cross between Silent Hill 2 and Silent Hill 3. I liked the whole James thing, and then I liked the whole Heather thing. So I think they're just equally as great in my opinion. Silent Hill 4 was kooky and weird and fun at the same time. I would say I would start with Silent Hill 2 because I feel like the genuine horror was there. And I feel like Silent Hill 3 was a little bit of a comic relief. It was a little bit of a twist where you played as the girl and Heather's like, oh, I'm not going to put my hand in the toilet. So it was kind of funny knowing what you knew leading up to the game. So I'll say Silent Hill 2 was the best. Number 2, are you going to Let's Play any other Silent Hill games? I know the others are combat-oriented, which may not be to your taste since Silent Hill's infamous for its poor combat system. I don't know. I don't really know. I know Downpour is out there. I know Homecoming is out there. And I thought about playing, but like you said, they're more combat-oriented, and I'm not really too into the whole combat scene as much as, you know, I like the occasional, like, you know, hey, let's, you know, beat a monster in the head, and let's go get a key, and then run through the dark and find this room. And I don't really know. I really, honestly, I can't answer that. I wish I could. But, I feel like I played all that I wanted to play so far, at least as far as the Silent Hill games have gone. Number 3, do you think the Silent Hill series is dead after PT? No. I don't think it's dead. I think they need to refocus it, and I'm hoping that, you know, they eventually realize Silent Hill is their biggest thing and they just revert back to it and concentrate on it. And I don't think, like, even PT is necessarily dead. I know that they were trying to, on like a Kickstarter, or an indie game developer was trying to use the concept of PT and make their own game out of it, and I'm kind of excited to see if that goes anywhere. I feel like it'd be a hit because everyone liked PT. It was genuinely creepy. I think they need to kind of have their heads bonked together or something, but the video game industry is kind of going womp womp for a lot of the big companies, so I'm hoping they turn around. Thanks for answering my questions. Late Merry Christmas. Have a fantastic New Year, and hope 2016 brings you all the happiness you deserve. Thank you so much. Rabbit Ronin. First of all, hope you had a Merry Christmas and have a Happy New Year. Yes and yes, thank you. I participated in your Q&A several years back when I went by Sonic2332. Okay, I think I remember that. I asked about your favorite character and so forth, blah, blah, blah. I'm just kind of skipping ahead because there's a lot of questions to answer. Number 1, have you watched Girl Gamer Gab, and if so, what do you think of her? She's a fairly recent Let's Player who's been at it for the past year or so and plays a lot of the same games as you. I've honestly never heard of her, and that's by no means to take any offense because I don't really have that much time to watch a lot of new stuff. I kind of just subscribe to people and just kind of watch as they update stuff, but I will have to check her out. I do like discovering people, but not like in your face, like, you know, oh my god, look at this person, look at me, you like my videos, not like that. But I do like to genuinely discover, you know, really nice Let's Players who are trying to start out, and I think I will definitely try it. 2, how do you feel about the state Konami's been in for the past few years, like the cancellation of Silent Hills, for example? Konami's got to get their shit together, and that's all I gotta say. Like, they got to get on the ball or fucking close or something, because I don't think they're gonna survive if they don't focus on what the players want. If they just want to do their own thing, they're gonna fuck it up so bad. 3, have you heard of Nightcry, and are you interested? It's a spiritual successor to Clock Tower, much like Haunting Ground. No, but I will look into it. 4, do you have a favorite video game company? It used to be Capcom, but now I'm thinking more on the lines of Telltale or Dontnod Square Enix kind of combination. I think like they're doing really good. I'm starting to focus more on like indie developers and stuff than the big video game companies, because I feel like the bigger companies are not doing that great, which is sad because they should. This is their thing. This is what they've done for like years and years. But yeah, just indies all the way, baby. 5. Have you ever loved something, whether it be a book, game, song, or movie, but then found out that it was received negatively and had to rethink it over? If so, what would be an example? Games, I would say Resident Evil 6 and the Evil Within for games. And movies, a couple movies, a lot of movies. That when they try to do a movie, it's pretty awful. Like, I love the Silent Hill movies. I love the Resident Evil movies. But I also equally see their flaws. I see why everybody hates them. So it's kind of one of those things where I see both sides. But I still like the movies because I see them as movies themselves. I don't watch the movie and then immediately compare it to the game. I know that they took some parts of the game, and that makes me really excited when I'm like, oh my god, they used Pyramid Head, or oh my god, they did this, and that's really cool. But it does make you think when you're like, wow, this movie's awesome, and then you see the critic rating, or, you know, just the ratings in general, and you're like, oh, everybody hated it, and I like it. This is weird. And no, I didn't get asked any of those questions before, at least I don't think so, but thanks so much for the questions. Patrick Andrews. Hello, Kat. I have 2 questions. 1, do you enjoy anything artistic or related to drawing? Yes, I am an artist on the side. I like doing a bunch of arts and crafts and paintings and sketches and stuff. I haven't really done any paintings or sketches lately. Probably not since, like, March. It's been a long time. I've kind of been just trying to take care of myself and focusing on other things. I just recently did a perler bead thing for a coworker for Christmas, and that was pretty much the recent craft that I did as of this year since the spring. So it's been quite a while, but yes, I do a lot of stuff. Plus I'm a graphic designer, so I do have some artistic ability. 2, will you be doing a Walking Dead Season 3 prediction video? I enjoyed your last prediction video. Yes, I plan on doing one once it gets closer to the release of The Walking Dead 3. I don't want to do it so, like, now before they even reveal when the 3rd one's coming out, because it'll give me time to, like, look things up and just kind of, like, relive the moments, go back, watch my playthroughs, you know, maybe play the game more, and then give, like, is that even a word? Am I creating words with this? A genuine, you know, feedback and prediction. So yes, I do plan on doing it when the time comes. Michael Carson. I'm a new subscriber to you since your walkthrough of Resident Evil Outbreak, although you've quit finishing the 5th scenario when you got killed. Yeah, that fucking sucked. Sorry. Can you do a walkthrough of Resident Evil Outbreak File 2? I would like that. I am probably not going to do Outbreak File 2. I've kind of pushed away from PlayStation 2 games because of my recording devices. They don't really record PlayStation 2 or PlayStation 1 that great anymore unless I have a digital download and I play it off the PlayStation 3 or PlayStation 4. But I put that game down. It just frustrated me. I tried for days to beat that game for you guys, and like that was the first game that I quit, of 2 actual physical games that I quit. And the one was Outbreak and the other was Undead Nightmare. Quit it. I just could not do either of them, and it's really upsetting. So I try to not pick games where I just constantly quit them, because that's not a good idea. But probably not. Those games are pretty hard to do now because there's no online thing. At least there might be an online thing now, because I guess someone opened up a server or something I heard a while back, but our PlayStation 2 collects dust, so I don't think that's gonna happen. Amber 7 Angel, yo Kat, it's been a while since we last talked. Hope you had a good Christmas. Wish you a happy 2016. Thank you for the Christmas card. You're welcome. And my question is, if any video game company wanted you to work for them, which company would you go for? Probably an indie company like Telltale or Dontnod. Pretty much any indie developer. Like, I would love to be a part of it. Even like my original dream was to be a concept artist for Capcom. Until I realized that ladder was very tall and nearly impossible to get to without like 20 years experience under your belt. I don't know why I keep choking. This is really bad. But I would just like to be a part of anything when it comes to video games. I mean, I wouldn't mind acting. I wouldn't mind, participating in creating a game. I mean, I can do art. I can't do like modeling or animating or anything. But if I had a choice, I would say like, Telltale, Dontnod, anything like that. Justin Liggy, I hope I'm saying this right. Liggy, maybe it's Liggy. Hello, your channel is amazing and is always getting better and better. I'm so excited for another Q&A from you. Number 1, is there a Let's Play for the new year that you are excited to do? Hopefully you'll get to do. I am kind of hoping to do a lot more games this year. But kind of a secret, kind of a surprise, so I don't want to say anything because I like to see you guys' reaction when I post something up, and then it gets you really pumped and you watch it. So that'll be to come. That'll be a surprise for you. But yes, I do have a couple on my list. 2, have you shared any funny moments with Cooper that you would feel comfortable sharing? Cooper is a crazy cat. I don't know if I've ever mentioned too much about him, but he is a cat that acts like a dog. He acts more like a dog than a cat, and not that he barks or anything, but he fetches. He's the most clumsiest cat in the world. He does not land on his feet when he falls. He runs into walls, but we love him. And I would say the most recent thing that he just started to do is my family got him a string, like a cloth kind of string to chase for Christmas, and it's got a wand attached to it, and he absolutely adores it, to the point that if you try to put it away or stop playing with him, he yells at you, he meows at you, he tries to drag it through the house, take it out of your hands. He just insists it's his and he just has to play with it. But there were so many funny moments, and I have to learn that I have to pick up my camera and record them and share them with you guys. And John actually got me a new camera for Christmas, so I hope to share a lot more moments like that, and even share moments on Instagram. If you guys really love Cooper and you don't follow me on Instagram, I highly recommend you go and do that, because I post so many pictures of him. I am like a crazy cat lady with this cat. So if you adore Cooper and you want to see a lot more of him, be sure to follow me on Instagram and you'll be able to. Oh, Nutluck, you came back and asked more questions. What is Cooper's favorite cat food? He's currently on a Iams sensitive stomach, I think it is. It comes in a pink bag. He loves that the best, and it doesn't really make him throw up or anything. Also, does he prefer to climb real Christmas trees or the fake Christmas trees? He has not been given the opportunity to do either, but I don't think either would stop him. X-Lunding asked a bunch of questions. Where in America do you come from and where do you live? Well, I'm not going to tell you specifically, but it is in Pennsylvania somewhere. I live in the Pennsylvanian part of the world, kind of. Are you considering playing Code Veronica X on your channel? I thought about it once upon a time. I don't know if I will. I'm not too crazy familiar with that game. I only played it and beat it once forever ago, so maybe? I don't know. Are you considering playing Dino Crisis 2? I don't know. I don't know about that. I heard some things about Dino Crisis 2, so I don't know if I want to get involved. Maybe. I don't know. How old are you and what do you work with? I am currently 28, going to be 29 in March, and I work on computers with newspapers, with graphics, clients, the works. I do a lot of digital stuff more than anything. Do you think that you ever stop or ever will stop. I'm confused with the wording of the sentence. Will ever stop with playing games on YouTube? I'm sure one day it might happen. I don't know when that is. I'm going to assume it's going to be like forever from now if I ever have kids and get married and all that stuff, but I'd like to keep this going as long as possible. That'd be super awesome. What is your favorite meal and drink? I love any kind of pasta dish, especially Alfredo. And for drinks, just a regular drink, I like iced tea. I like sweet tea, green tea, any kind of tea. Other than that, it's usually some kind of juice or something. But I drink tea mainly. I drink like tea every morning. Anytime I can have tea, I drink tea. Love tea. Do you like, I'm assuming it's coffee, but it's spelled wrong. I do not drink coffee. I don't like coffee at all. What is your favorite movie and series? My favorite movie. My favorite movie is Zombieland, I would have to say. That's one movie that when it's on, I could like watch and just watch over and over again. Series, like TV series, I have a couple. I have Breaking Bad's really good. Dexter, except the ending sucked. And X-Files is really good. I'm excited for the new upcoming season of X-Files. Arrested Development, a bunch of stuff like that. What is your cat's names? I just have one cat, and his name's Cooper. Do you have a tattoo, and what do you think about tattoos? I don't have any kind of tattoos, because I have a needle phobia, and I don't mind them. I think they're pretty as long as they're done right, and as long as they have a significant meaning to the person who has the tattoo. I have no objection. I think they're a lot better than like 20,000 piercings in your face and holes in your ears that make your ears droop. I think that's a little creepy, but to each their own. It's not my decision. Do you like sushi? I do not like raw sushi. I will eat it cooked, which they sell at our grocery store, and I buy the cooked one. What is the worst food you've ever tested? The worst food. That is a really, 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 really good question. You know what it is? Jell-O. I hate Jell-O. Jell-O is a solid liquid that just jiggles, that has absolutely no flavor, and it's just completely awful. I can't do Jell-O shots. I don't like to eat Jell-O. I don't like the way it feels. I don't like the way it looks. I'm just like not a Jell-O person. Jell-O kind of scares me. So there. Lucas Howell. Fuck, marry, kill. Oh boy. Makoto Shirai from Calling. Norman Jayden, Heavy Rain, and your boyfriend. Oh, this is kind of... Might have to dwell over this with some wine. Okay, so... I am going to say... marry my boyfriend, because we already have a house and a cat and everything together, so that's a given. Marry my boyfriend. So I'll marry John. I will fuck Makoto and kill Norman Jayden. And I know it's quite a shocker, but I have reasoning. Fuck Makoto because he's hot and he's gonna die anyway, so I want to get some of that booty before he dies in the game. I think he died in the game. I'm pretty sure he died in the game. And kill Norman Jayden because of his drug addiction, because of that thing. I don't want to live with that, even though he probably has a great career and everything. I have a feeling he'd fuck it up, so yeah, I'll just put him out of his misery, I guess. Sabrina the Scientist. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to you, Kat. Cheers for an awesomely fabulous 2016. Thank you. My questions are, sorry if you answered them in your previous Q&As, what is your favorite Pokemon? I'm kind of generic with it. I like Pikachu, Eevee, Purloin, not really any kind of elite, fabulous Pokemon. I only recently got kind of like hooked on the Pokemon scene because it came out when I was like almost a teenager and didn't really care for it back then, and John's a pretty big Pokemon fan, so I'm learning, but you know, those are my current favorites right now. Rosalina or Peach? I like Rosalina. Peach I've seen so much of since the early days, so I think Rosalina is really pretty. Any good reads lately? No, I don't really read books. In my spare time, I go on Reddit and read different stories and shit because I have no life. What is your favorite holiday dish or recipe? Green bean casserole is my fucking favorite. I have it every holiday chance I get. I'm pretty much the only one that eats it, and I will make an entire dish for myself. I could eat it in one sitting. It is amazing. It is not a holiday until you have green bean casserole. And if you agree with this, hands up, high five, love you, because green bean casserole girls and boys are awesome. Jazz or blues? Not really either, but I think of them, I would choose jazz. Out of all the video games you played so far, which character do you relate with the most and why? I would say that I can relate with the angsty part of Chloe from Life is Strange. She kind of hits me right here, the way that like she expresses and thinks and acts, and how she's like kooky and crazy and kind of outgoing and a little dangerous. And like I remember being that age and kind of being a little reckless, and I mean, not to that extreme where I would take a gun out and almost kill myself, but I was a lot more daring and adventurous after high school, like in the college years, and I don't know, just like with her whole, like, her family just kind of like being torn, not really knowing her father, and that all kind of hits home for me. So I would have to say Chloe Price for sure. Melissa XOX303. Hey Kat, I hope you had an awesome Christmas. Here are some of my questions. Have you played Yoshi's Woolly World for Wii U? Did you like it as much as Epic Yarn or less? I haven't played Epic Yarn in a really long time, and I never beat it. John and I have been working on Yoshi's Woolly World, and I think it's a really cool game. I'm not really good at platformer games, so it's kind of difficult for us to play because he's almost a pro and I fail at it, but I still enjoy it. I have to say I like it more. I think it's a lot more cute because it's Yoshi and the yarn, and just the story is a little adorable. I feel like with Epic Yarn, it was kind of babyish, but not really. Like the cutscenes you just had to watch, and you had to like hear them play out, and they'd read it to you. It was like a little children's book. It was kind of monotonous to me after a while. I don't feel that way with Yoshi's Woolly World. I don't know if it's because they don't really have that kind of cutscene. I mean, they still do, but it's more interactive and less like, you know, Kirby went to this place. Who saved this thing? Or like whatever. I don't know. I guess I don't have patience as much as I used to. Do you think you will ever show us your video game collection? I probably could do that one day. John and I kind of combined our video game collection, so it's now much bigger than we could ever imagine. But I could definitely show you kind of our combined video game collection of like everything I have and he has, and yeah, I could probably do that one day. Shadow Demon 792. Hello GamerCat09. My question is, if you were in an RPG and you could choose 3 characters from any game to join you, who would they be and why? I'm gonna say Max Caulfield, Clementine, and Claire Redfield, because they're like the 3 strongest girls. They've been through hell and back, literally, and I feel like Max with her time traveling ability would really help. Clementine with her like street skills with the zombies would also come in use, and Claire Redfield could be the veteran who could kind of like be the overpowered, like high-leveled character that kind of like kicks ass and like heals everybody and backs them up. That's just my thought. Damon 8027. If you had to be BFFs with a Life is Strange character, who would it be? Happy New Year, Kat. Love you. Love you too. I would like to be best friends with Maxine. She's I mean, any of them really. Max or Chloe would be super awesome, but I think Max, because I feel like I'm a lot like Chloe, so I don't know if 2 of us would be good. Max seems like a really cool, laid back, kind of earthy, you know, tomboyish kind of girl, and I think she would be really cool to hang out with for a day, and I mean, without, minus the time traveling abilities, of course. We don't want to get ourselves all caught up in danger, but just like the art, the photographs and stuff, I think it'd be awesome. Scott Dwilt Moonlight Vega, if you can collab with anyone on YouTube, you would love. Let me try this again. The wine's kicking in. If you can collab with anyone on YouTube you like, who would it be and why? There's a bunch of people I would like to, but I would say, most definitely, I would say Jenna Marbles, because I watch her videos all the time. She's quirky, she's funny, she always looks like she's having the best day of her life doing stupid things, and I feel like it would be so super cool to play some like little skit game with her, or, you know, drink a little too much wine and try some Pinterest crafts or something. I think that'd be hilarious. Plus her dogs are adorable, I have to say that. Caleb Harms, what changes do you want / not want in the Resident Evil 2 remake? There's a couple things, and I really have to think about it. I am probably going to make a video in the future regarding what I would like to see in the upcoming game, but not right now. So I would like to answer your question, but I'm going to withhold it because I'm going to answer it in a future video down the road, and you'll find your answers then, because I really have to sit and think about it, because off the top of my head, and drinking wine is not going to answer this question, unfortunately. So I will get back to you on that, but thanks for the good question, Caleb. Yukakira, pizza or noodles? Noodles. I am a pasta girl, although pizza is pretty good. I love pasta the most. I could eat pasta breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I must have a little bit of the Italian blood in me because I just love pasta. Tony Rums asks, just how many photos do you have of Cooper? Way too many. I think I have more pictures of Cooper than I ever do of my niece and nephew combined, or any other child in the world. I have a lot of pictures of him, and I have a problem with taking so many pictures on my phone of him and posting them on Instagram that my phone space actually gets full, and I have to go back through and like remove pictures and delete them and store them away somewhere. I have a 2 terabyte hard drive filled with my YouTube videos and pictures of Cooper. I kid you not. And that's exactly what this is going to get filled with, is more pictures of Cooper. I just spent the last week taking pictures. Nexels asks a couple of questions. Are there any movies or games which you think are underrated? Yeah, Beyond Good and Evil. Beyond Good and Evil is like a really underrated game. There are a bunch of us that feel like the game is amazing and the sequel needs to come out before I turn 40, but apparently the company Ubisoft doesn't feel like that the game is in such high demand, or they're afraid it's going to fail. They keep lying and saying that it's in production, and yeah, like it'll come out. It's been like 10 years or something. It's going to turn out to be a Duke Nukem where we wait forever to get it, and then it just shits the bed and we all hate them, and it won't turn out very well at all. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen, but Beyond Good and Evil is such a good game. It's a classic game. I've beat it multiple times. I have the disc, the PlayStation 2 disc. I've beat that multiple times. I got it on the PlayStation Store on the PlayStation 3. I beat that already. I platinumed it. It is an amazing game, and if you haven't played it or you haven't heard of it, you need to go get yourself a copy. You need to download it on the PlayStation Store, and you need to play it immediately right now. Just stop the video and go play it, because it is amazing. Who's your favorite Disney villain? I would say Hades from Hercules. I like the comic relief of James Woods. I think it's really kooky and crazy and fun, and it's kind of everything that I hope, if there is some kind of like hell or Satan, I hope that's exactly what it's like, because if I'm going there, I need to have some comic relief and fun in my life, and that's one way to do it, is if there's a Hades there to meet me. What is your favorite color? Green, specifically lime green, like our spray bottle we hit Cooper with, lime green, that color. And lastly, Cyber Angel XOX. Hope everything goes well with your surgery. I have a question for you. What is your favorite Let's Play and your favorite moment from a Let's Play? I would have to say that this dates back to my original Let's Play of Clock Towers 3. I remember it being so special when I was recording it. I remember being so excited to make it, and I still laugh to this day at the moment that Sledgehammer comes out and scares the shit out of me, and the first thing I scream is holy balls in a really crappy, muffled, staticky microphone webcam. Holy balls! And that moment will probably stick with me forever until the day I die, because it's just the most memorable one ever. I think because it's one of my like first completed ones. That's why it's the most special. I think that is all the questions. I didn't find any others. If I skipped you or I forgot to answer you, I apologize. If I skipped you, let me know. I can answer it down below if you comment, and I'll answer it from there for everybody to see. But I think that's it, and this concludes our New Year's Eve questions and answers. This video is like 45 minutes long. I'm gonna have to like really edit the shit out of it and try to get it up before midnight. So I wish me good luck on that, and love you guys. Thank you so much. Happy New Year to everybody. Hope 2016 is wonderful. I hope you get lots of money. I hope you are in the best health. I hope you have all the love and luck in the world, and I will see you guys in the new year. Until then, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.